latest visuals coming in. We just heard, of course, the chants of Vedic mantras. That's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who's offering a puja. This is at Pragati Maidan. Remember, this is the IECC building, which is spread over 120 plus acres. This has been revamped at the cost of 2,000 crore plus, and that's the building which is going to be inaugurated. And that's the Prime Minister live on your screens. Exclusive visuals first only on Times Now, where you can see Prime Minister, of course, offering divine prayers before the inauguration of that building. This is going to be extremely crucial because the G20 meetings are also going to be held in this complex, and that's what adds to really its significance. End of the day, the redeveloped ITPO complex, also called as the Integrated Exhibition cum Convention Center, which is at Pragati Maidan, is going to be inaugurated by the Prime Minister very shortly. And right before that, you can see the Prime Minister offering prayers. Of course, there we can see Piyush Goyal, Nirmala Sitharaman and other top ministers of the government also who are participating in that ceremony. You know, since we were speaking about the significance of the project, G20 meetings are going to be held. This is a massive revamped project. Pranesh on the phone line with us. Pranesh, over to you. Take us through these visuals, please.
Yeah, Meenakshi, Prime Minister Modi there in the frame conducting this Puja Havan. And if you've seen the kind of interest this project has generated, the buzz that it has generated on social media, many people believe that this is befitting for a new India, that we needed a convention, an international convention center like this, and this is true to its name. Also, ahead of the G20 meeting, a lot has been written and talked about this convention center, which is why this convention center is really important. Not that it is in the heart of the national capital, but if you just see the salient features of this new project, it boasts of a parking space for, if I'm not wrong with the number, more than 5,000 vehicles. Had great road connectivity, which is something that was planned in detail. This will also be specially, friendly for specially abled and senior citizens. And to talk about the larger thing, the government wanted to ensure that the G20 meeting is memorable in the true spirit of the term, which is why this International Convention Center is being inaugurated. And this is being called as a new icon for world-class exhibitions and globe trade activities. And I don't want to get into details of the facilities too much because, you know, it is all too well known. But at 6:30 in the evening, the Prime Minister will also be addressing a special gathering at Pragati Maidan.
Well, absolutely. And also, Pranesh, this is extremely significant because there will be crucial G20 meets also which will be held here. Prime Minister, of course, seeking divine blessings. This is going to be a complex which will be in the heart of the national capital in Pragati Maidan. Since you told us a little bit about, you know, the visuals which are coming, elaborate more on the significance of the project, how and why it's so crucial, especially in the run-up to the G20 which will be held in India.
Just to give you the numbers that are staggering, this has a campus area of 123 acres. And like I said, with top-notch facilities. And this will be one of the destinations which will host the upcoming G20 summit. And the Prime Minister inaugurating the international, in fact, this is the puja right now, and the inauguration will happen later this evening. And this facility, was done following an overhaul of the old and outdated structures at Pragati Maidan. And I don't have the precise details about the cost, but I think it is roughly 2,500 crores. And like I said, the area is huge. 123 acres is a lot of space because that is the kind of space you are looking at if you want to host something of international standards. In terms of the covered space available, and I'm reading some features that have appeared in the press, this also has an integrated command and a control center for 24/7 monitoring. It is equipped with 7 new monumental exhibition halls and 3 grand open-air amphitheaters. We have been told that this is equipped with a majestic multi-purpose hall and a plenary hall, having a combined capacity of 7,000 people, which is larger than the seating capacity of the famous Sydney Opera House in Australia. So that is the kind of project, and just to be sure about the number, as far as the fund is concerned, this complex has been developed at a cost of 2,700 crores. Meenakshi.
Well, absolutely. And also, since the Prime Minister has unveiled the revamped complex, again, as we were saying, situated in the heart of the national capital, also, Pranesh, is very significant because it's the Prime Minister himself who's offering prayers at the G20 summit venue. And also, we must know that he's also accompanied by Piyush Goyal, Nirmala Sitharaman, top ministers of his parliament, isn't it?
I just want to talk about the shape of the building, because that is another talking point that people are talking about. The
Yes.
shape of the building, Meenakshi, is derived from shank, the conch shells, and its different walls and facades
Yes.
depict several elements of the traditional art and culture, including
Exactly. And
Surya
you're right,
Shakti.
Pranesh, seeped in our traditional art and culture, and Mohit is also on the phone line with us. Mohit, we were just talking about the significance of the building. Over to you. Take us through the latest visuals also coming in. Help us understand what's happening there, at Pragati Maidan, at the ITPO complex. Prime Minister has unveiled the revamped complex right now, offering puja, offering prayers at the G20 summit venue. Okay, we've lost Mohit's line there. Pranesh, if I could just take that question back to you. Significance of the Prime Minister himself offering prayers at this venue, the ITPO complex, which is also going to be, the venue for the G20 summit, which will be held in India.
That said, we were talking about the shape of how the complex looks, Meenakshi, and Mohit has also joined us. But before you go to him, I just want to quickly tell our viewers that this building is shaped like a conch shell, shank as we call it, and its different walls and facades depict several elements of the traditional art and culture. And we have been told that includes Surya Shakti, that highlights the country's efforts in harnessing solar energy, because the Prime Minister, if you remember, in the different fora that he's spoken in the last 6-7 months, he has spoken about India's effort and initiative in harnessing solar energy. Zero to ISRO, celebrating its achievement in space. These are some of the themes around which the building is designed. The other important aspect of this building is that it has paintings and tribal art forms from different regions of the country. So that really underlines India's diversity and plurality.
Absolutely, Pranesh. Thank you for joining us. Mohit Bhatt is also on the line with us. Mohit, we were talking about the shape of the complex, about the significance of the same. Why don't you take us through these visuals which are coming in? Prime Minister offering prayers at the ITPO complex.
Of now is offering prayers at the where he is to inaugurate the redeveloped ITPO complex in Delhi. Now, this is a very important complex and a development coming, given the fact that this ITPO complex will host the G20 leaders meeting in September. And this is also known as the Pragati Maidan complex, and it has the complete area of around 123 acres.
Yes.
And it's India's largest MICE meetings, incentive, conferences and exhibition destination. Now, inauguration ceremony has been started by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. We know that how he's part of the Havan ceremony that is taking place. But, as a part of Pragati Maidan redevelopment project, what the ministry have told us is that it's a very modern complex, which in terms of the covered space available for the events, and this particular complex finds its place among the top 10 exhibition and convention complexes in the world. So it's also a very great achievement that has come India's way after the inauguration. And in at this particular event, the G20, the main G20 event will take place, where the world leaders from various countries will come.
Absolutely.
And India will be hosting that G20 summit.
Well, absolutely. As you rightly said, the 7,000 seating capacity at ITPO complex, the shape of the complex, all of this very significant, built at over a cost of 2,000 crores. The Prime Minister is going to inaugurate it shortly. Live visuals coming in. We will keep an eye on it.